Shooting at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School. Full PDF explained. Slides 1 through 11 explain some other stuff. Paraphernalia I won't go over. February 14th, 2018. Crews shot 17 people and killed 17 others. Total of 34, 14 students and 3 staff. 136 rounds fired. Crews was in building 12, a total of 6 minutes and 4 seconds. Crews shot/killed 23 on the first floor within 1 minute and 44 seconds. Crews shot Coach Fies as he tried to enter the building, 3 seconds. Nobody shot on second floor, 41 seconds. Crews shot/killed 10 on the third floor in 1 minute and 5 seconds. Spent 2 minutes on the third floor trying to set up a sniper position. Background: Nicholas Cruz. Nicholas Cruz, 19 years old at time of shooting. His birth mother had a criminal history, a drug arrest during pregnancy. Adopted immediately by Linda and Roger Cruz. Roger Cruz died when Cruz was 5 years old and Linda died in 2017. Cruz received extensive mental health services since age 3. No diagnosis of serious mental illness. Significant history of disciplinary problems at school. Linda enabled Cruz's poor behavior, including purchase of firearms. Linda also expressed a fear of Cruz's behavior. Nicholas Cruz, history at MSDHS. Cruz enrolled in BCPS at age 3. He was an ESC student, afforded additional accommodations. School records show 125 incidents or disciplinary situations involving Cruz. Records were not well documented by BCPS. Threat assessment on Cruz, September 28, 2016. Mishandled by school administration. Resulted in minor restrictions on Cruz. Cruz remained a student at MSDHS. Cruz transferred to an adult learning center in February 2017. Nicholas Cruz, history with law enforcement. 21 contacts with Broward Sheriff's Office, mostly minor needing no follow-up. 2 warnings to BSO were not properly handled. Deputies were disciplined following the shooting. February 5th, 2016. Family friend reported an Instagram post by Cruz with a gun stating, "I'm going to get this gun when I turn 18 and shoot up the school." November 30th, 2017. Family friend reported Cruz as Columbine in the making and a threat to himself. History with the FBI. September 25th, 2017. Post on YouTube page of person in Mississippi. "I'm going to be the next school shooter." Username Nicholas Cruz. Complainant was interviewed. Tip closed citing lack of information to ID subject. January 5th, 2018. Family friend reported detailed information on Cruz, history of disturbing behavior, and contact information for the family with whom Cruz was living. Tip was closed as having no value. Nicholas Cruz, internet history and cell phone content. Researched prior school shootings, obsessive activity related to guns, homicidal thoughts and urges article, dead/tortured animals, pornography, MSDHS schedule. How long does it take for a cop to show up at a school shooting? Shooting people massacre. Is killing people easy? Rape caught on video. Basketball court full of targets still thinking of ways to kill people. I want to kill people, but I don't know how I can do it. Walk to a park, get someone to pick me up. I just don't know anymore, but it will happen soon. These are some of the images that were found on Nicholas Cruz's phone. Persons with prior knowledge. At least 30 people had knowledge of Cruz's troubling behavior, but it was not reported. Animal cruelty/killing, 7. Knife or bullet or firearm seen in Cruz's possession, 19. Statements of hatred towards a group or person, 8. Statements of desire to hurt or kill people, 11. Specific statement to shoot up a school, 3. 2 students reported Cruz to MSD administration. They failed to act. Background: City of Parkland and MSDHS. The following image right here, shown on the screen, is a map of Parkland, Florida. The red text bubble is the MSDHS campus. The green text bubbles are the Broward Sheriff's offices, and the blue text bubbles are the police departments in the area. 911 issues on February 14th, 2018. Because of the call transfer process, 1 minute and 24 seconds elapsed from the first 911 call until BSO dispatched the call over the radio. By that point, 24 people had been shot and or killed on the first floor. CSPD received at least 130 911 calls. BSO received approximately 81 911 calls. Coral Springs treated the event as a fire/EMT event. CSPD did not dispatch one of their officers for 4 minutes and 22 seconds, which is after crews stopped shooting. The officer arrived at MSD about 19 seconds later. 2:22:13 p.m., 35 seconds after the first shot. It is in this moment that the first 911 call is made. This call originated inside of Building 12, and gunshots are audible in the background. Coral Springs Communication Center received this call. Radio and CAD issues. BSO and CSPD were on separate radio channels and separate CADs. A CAD is a computer-aided dispatch. Officers and deputies did not have each other's radio channels. They relied on radio patching for interoperability. The patch failed because BSO did not have CSPD's radio channel in its console. BSO radio system exceeded its capacity and experienced throttling. Officer safety issues because of no interoperability and throttling. This is a map of the MSD campus. Zoomed in. It highlights on the points where pedestrians can walk in and out, same as cars. 2:19 p.m., 2 minutes and 38 seconds prior to the first shot. Nicholas Cruz arrived on Pine Island Road in an Uber. Distance from Pine Island Road to the east doors of Building 12 is approximately 120 yards. A walk would take around 1 minute and 43 seconds. A jog would take around 1 minute and 4 seconds. This image is an image of the MSD campus. The building circled in red is the Building 12, the first building that Cruz entered. The dotted line is the itinerary that Cruz took. This is the Building 12 gate. This is a gate that Cruz presumably took to enter Building 12. This gives us a perspective of what Cruz did to enter the building: the stairwell, the hallway, and the water pipes. This is a layout of all 3 floors of Building 12. The shooting and law enforcement response. February 14th, 2018. At 2:19 p.m., Cruz arrived at MSDHS in an Uber. He walked through an open and unstaffed pedestrian gate, carrying a rifle bag. Campus monitor Medina did not call a code red. Cruz entered Building 12 through an unlocked door, loaded his AR-15, and began shooting. The first floor was caught off guard. Second floor heard the shots and treated the incident as an active shooter event, and the third floor treated it as a fire drill. MSDHS security failures. No code red policy, no training, which means that multiple people did not call a code red, no drills in the prior year, 1 hour of training only. Even if Medina did call a code red, very few people had school radios. If someone with a radio heard a code red and used the PA, no speakers were in the hallways or the common areas. Unlocked doors and or no window coverings. No classroom hard corner or safe area designation, and no policy requiring safe areas. Cruz entered no classrooms and only shot those in his line of sight, and kids died because of no safe area designation. The following images are of the first floor, a couple of classrooms on the first floor of Building 12. SRO Response. SRO Deputy Peterson learned that there is a problem in Building 12 36 seconds after the first shot was fired. He arrived at the east of Building 12 1 minute and 3 seconds later. This was 1 minute and 39 seconds after the first shot. 23 people were already killed/shot at this point. Peterson heard shots fired from the east door, which was Coach Fies, the 24th first floor victim, being shot, and that was 1 minute and 44 seconds after Cruz's first shot. Peterson fled to a place of personal safety, and 10 people were shot/killed after Peterson failed to engage Cruz. The first law enforcement officers did not enter Building 12 until 11 minutes and 4 seconds after the first shot, and 4 minutes and 48 seconds after Cruz left the building, despite deputies being on campus for over 5 minutes before Cruz departed Building 12. The following images show Deputy Peterson's locations as the shooting was taking place. As we set forth the failures and opportunities for improvement in this report, we must also recognize the many people who acted appropriately and the heroes of February 14th who performed admirably. risked their own lives and saved the lives of others. MSDPSC report. This is an image of the rifle bag that Cruz was carrying. This is an image of what Cruz was wearing at the time. It shows 5 magazines and a vest. 2:22:39 p.m. 1 minute and 1 second after the initial shot. Fire alarms became active at various locations on campus as seen in the images below. That same instance, as the fire alarms began, Cruz was on the first floor. The following video is from a classroom where Cruz was shooting. Peterson and/or Greenleaf began running towards north of Building 1. Fies was still with McKenna on the north end of Building 13. This is an image of students in a classroom congregated, hiding, as Cruz was in their hallway. This is a screenshot taken from the 3rd floor of Building 12 in classroom 1255. This is an image part of a video. 2:23:17 p.m. 1 minute and 39 seconds after the initial shot. Campus monitor Medina, Deputy Peterson, and security specialist Greenleaf reached the southeast corner of Building 12. 23 victims, 10 fatalities, had already been shot. 2:23:20 p.m. 1 minute and 42 seconds after the initial shot. Cruz began to run towards the west stairs. Students between the 3rd and 2nd floors in the east stairs seemed cautious about continuing downstairs. 2:23:40 p.m. 2 minutes and 2 seconds after the initial shot. The east end of the 3rd floor was still full of students as Cruz moved towards the east stairs. Some of them began moving away from the stairs. Cruz reloads five times inside of Building 12. This image shown here shows one of the times that Cruz is reloaded. You can see the AR-15 in his hand and one of the magazines. 3rd floor, window at west end of hall. This image highlights on the struggles that Cruz was making as he was trying to break the glass to potentially shoot at targets below. 2:27:03 p.m. 5 minutes and 25 seconds after the first shot. It was at this moment where Cruz begins the last volley of shots. This shows deputies all around the campus and Cruz as a black dot. The deputies are the green dots. 2:43 p.m. 21 minutes and 22 seconds after the initial shot. This image was taken a part of a video of students getting rescued from a room in Building 12. Slides 61, 62, 63 show nothing important to go over. And that is the end.